Hey, in this video we're going to do about operating systems. In the description below I'll put the links to the different parts so you can skip to the bit that you need. Operating systems are pieces of software that help run a computer system. They perform 6 key tasks. Operating systems manage the secondary storage, so that means they control where the apps, programs and files end up on the secondary storage. Each time you load a file or an app or a program, it knows exactly where to go to find it and get the instructions needed to load it up. Operating systems provide us with a user interface. There are 2 main types of user interface. The first one is GUI, Graphical User Interface, and the second one is command line. GUI interfaces are the interfaces that we're most familiar with using. They have icons, menus and pictures to help us out. They're very user friendly. However, because they are quite graphic heavy, they do take up a lot of memory. The other type of user interface is command line. In order to use command line, you need to know what the commands are and you've got to spell them right. It's not very user friendly and you have to be a specialist in order to use it. However, because there aren't any pictures, it tends to use up less memory. Operating systems also control the hardware. They do this through using device drivers. Device drivers are pieces of software that allow the operating system and hardware to communicate. So for example, if you go to plug a keyboard into your computer system, it needs the device driver in order to operate properly. Most computer systems now operate plug and play. So you plug a device in, the computer will go and find the device driver for it. However, this wasn't always the case. Not too long ago, if you wanted to install a new piece of hardware, you had to install the device drivers manually yourself to go with it. Operating systems also allow multitasking. Now, computers can't actually multitask, but they're so much faster than humans, we can't tell that they're not doing it. So you might be listening to music while surfing the internet on the same computer. The music plays smoothly and there aren't any lags with you searching the internet. So as far as you're concerned, the computer is doing both of those tasks at the same time. In actual fact, it isn't. The operating system is organising the order that the CPU carries out the fetch-execute cycle to make sure that both tasks are running smoothly. It's not actually doing both things at the same time, but computers can run so much quicker than we can't really tell the difference. Operating systems also allow multiple users to log on. Most people have their own personal computer and don't really share it with anyone, so there's not really much need for most people to have user accounts. But businesses, schools and parents might want to set up user accounts to control what parts of the system their users can access. So a parent, for example, might give their mobile phone to their child to play with. They probably don't really want their child getting on their online banking or their Amazon account and going on a crazy shopping spree. So what the parent could do is set up a different user account for their child where they can't access these apps. And this will control what the child can get on and what they can't get on, and means that they're probably not going to accidentally spend £6 million on Lego. Right, this exam question says one piece of system software is the operating system. The operating system performs memory management. Explain how the OCR app employees benefit from the operating system performing memory management. So actually this is quite a generic question, but they've given you a scenario, and that's the OCR app employees. So in your answer, you must refer to them. So what we should know from looking at this video is that the operating system manages the memory. Well, why does it do that, or how does it do that? Well, it gives data to the apps and the programs that need it. So it allocates sections of the memory to the programs and the apps that you're running at the time. This is useful for the employees because it allows them to multitask. So they can have more than one program up at once, and what will happen is the operating system will swap between the different programs really quickly and execute the instructions in the right order so that the programs aren't lagging.